Alright guys, Hayzink here, welcome back to the channel for another Street Fighter Duel video. So there's been a response to the Starlight situation, and I'm going to go over the response first of all, and then I'm going to tell you exactly how they have actually gone ahead and made a situation that was bad worse, which is kind of unbelievable, right? Although we're talking about Topjoy, so it's not that unbelievable, right? An error was identified in the countdown display. Now, I don't know what they're talking about here, right? There was no error, but let's carry on with this. For the TNMNT growth packs in the Fight Mall, to keep the growth packs available for players who didn't have a chance to claim all of the rewards after the end of the event, all unclaimed TNMNT fighter copies were replaced with Chaotic Starlight. Okay, where was the error there? I don't understand why they're saying it was an error. No, it wasn't an error. An error is a mistake. This was a choice. It's not an error. It's just a disparity between what they've done. They've changed it halfway through. Calling it an error is disingenuous. It was not an error. Their only error was not realising how we were going to respond to it, okay? As a thank you to our dedicated players who participated in the event, additional rewards will be sent to players based on their progress in the growth pack before the end of the TNNT collab 10th of the 6th, right? Oh, sorry. American date system, I hate it. The 16th of October, right? We appreciate your patience while we resolve this countdown error that appeared. Again, not an error, don't call it an error. On certain event screens, there was not certain event screens, it was everyone prior to the update. I don't know why you're trying to paint this as something it wasn't. As an additional thank you to our players, 10 special summon tickets and 3,000 gems will be sent to everyone's in-game mail, right? So regardless of how this affected you, you got those 10 tickets. So let's go over what this actual compensation was, okay? And I'll tell you where the issue actually arises, because the issue is massive, right? It's actually massive. So if I go into my inbox, I can show you, if you go down here, so much stuff. Countdown error, there we go. You can see I got 80 tickets, right? Now, you can surmise from that, I had all turtles, SSS 5, basically, that could have entitled me to 16 Starlight. What they've basically done is given 5 red tickets per Starlight. Now, you can trace this back by speaking to other people. You can find out roughly where they were, how many tickets they got. The tickets directly correlate to that, okay? So, kind of depending on the amount of Starlight you should have got, you will have around about half that amount in tickets, okay? Now, straight up, that's awful. And I would probably have said to people, look, this is awful. I don't think we should really accept that. I would probably have at least expected a couple of Starlight to come along with it, and it would maybe have been a little bit better. And to be honest, if they'd done that, I reckon people would have probably went, yeah, okay, fine, we'll accept it. I'm not happy about it, but we will accept it. But that is not why there is such a big issue. I'm going to show you just now why there is a big issue. I'll break down to you in minute detail why it is a big issue, and then I'll tell you exactly what you should be doing about this, okay? So just to be clear, this is a video that was shared on Discord. There's several that you can refer to, but this one actually makes it nice and easy for me to explain everything, okay? So this is actually from a different user, Rotten Eggs, and I'm going to show you how their rewards differed from most people's rewards, and I'll explain why they differed, and then we can really talk about why this is such a big issue. So you can see here, he's actually got 2, if you notice it says 2, right? So there's his ticket, 65. Here's the big one, 8 Starlight, okay? So he's got 8 Starlight. Now there's players within the game who've got 1 Starlight, 2 Starlight, 4 Starlight, and we now know exactly why they've got that Starlight, okay? And for that, I'm going to have to jump back over to my version of the game, and I'll break this down for you, okay? So, for this, I'm going to go and look at the growth pack. If we go to here, we'll go to, I do this every time. Go to here, the growth pack. Basically what they've done, and this makes absolutely no sense, okay? It makes zero logical sense to why they've done this. People who purchased this, okay? For each purchase, they've been given a Starlight, right? Now that means if you purchased all 8 of these, you will have got 8 Starlight. That is literally the only people who they've rewarded with Starlight. But logically, that makes no sense whatsoever. And I say that because everyone on the left-hand side, okay, so let's refer this, from now on we'll refer this to left-hand side rewards, right-hand side, okay, just so that you're aware. they compensated anyone on the right hand side with equal starlight. So 1 turtle equals 1 starlight, right? Whereas on the left hand side, they gave people 5 tickets, okay? 5 tickets per turtle, right? Just so, again, we're on the same page and we're understanding here. Now, the reason I say this makes absolutely no sense is for a couple of reasons. One, anyone who made a purchase from here, so using Raphael as example, if you purchased this, okay, you did that because you needed Raphael. You made the decision, I need a copy of Raphael, I'm going to buy this, and I'm going to get what I get from it. And you will have got exactly what you purchased, right? You will have gone in, you will have seen it, you'll say, okay, I want those tickets, I want that Raphael, I'm going to purchase that, you'll get that, you'll get your diamonds, you got everything you paid for, right? If you looked at that and you thought, I don't need Raphael, you would never have purchased that, right? You wouldn't have done it, okay? There wasn't a you missed out scenario, so you would not have purchased that, okay? Meaning, when they made this change, if you suddenly then decided, oh, you know what, I want Starlight, this is available because you did not purchase it with Raphael. Because you needed Raphael, you chose to buy Raphael, you did not get screwed. You did not get screwed. And what they've decided to do is, they've allowed you to keep that Raphael, and they've also given you a Starlight on top. Which means they have, by their own definition, by their own metrics, by their own policies of rewarding people, they have flat out now rubber stamped that a turtle is worth a Starlight. They've done it. It's undeniable, it's in black and white, you can see it, there's proof of it, that's what they've done, okay? However, on this side, where you do not have a choice, okay? Just to be clear, you do not have a choice. Over here you have the choice, you don't like it, you don't buy it, simple as that. Over here, you don't have a choice. This is the rewards, you accept your rewards. There is never, in this game's entire cycle, there's never been a situation where they will just randomly change all the rewards later on. And if you claimed them earlier, sucks to be you, you're getting screwed over, these people later on are going to get a better deal. That doesn't happen, right? So anyone who tries to make the argument of, well, you could have waited, that's the dumbest, most idiotic statement that anyone could make in relation to this, because there is no reason to wait. There's not a whole, oh well, if you waited you might have got better. It doesn't happen, right? It doesn't happen. It's not something that happens in this game, and through reasons like false advertising, changing rewards, there's reasons why it doesn't happen, because you can't reward one set of players XYZ for having met a certain metric and then later on decide, you know what, screw those players, these later players who've met the same metric, we're just going to give them more. Okay, and that's why you usually find that in some games they have things like growth packs, they have things like rookie rewards, they have things like new starter rewards. Have you ever noticed when they change those, they will retroactively send the changed rewards to players who had already unlocked those things? That's common practice in the gacha market. If they make changes to packages that you have already unlocked, been rewarded for, or whatever, and you can no longer access those higher grade rewards, they just inbox them to you, because they can't have a situation occurring where one set of players gets better than another set of players for doing the same thing. Okay, again, it's like gacha 101. Every gacha you play does this. It's not uncommon, it's not new, and realistically, it's probably what they should have done here. Now, wherein lies the problem now is they have not compensated people. They've rewarded people, okay? Like, because the people that they've given the Starlight to are people who got what they paid for. There was no reason, like literally zero reason, to send these people Starlight, okay? And I'm not like putting these players, I'm not trying to like put these players on blast or anything, because they never done anything wrong, okay? But they got what they paid for. They didn't, no one had the Turtles max and then decided, I'm going to buy Raphael, I'm going to buy Leonardo. No one done that, okay? Because you're not going to buy something you don't need. The only reason you buy that package is if you need that package. So there was no reason to give these players something extra. And by doing that, they have said, this is the value of a turtle. It is 1 Starlight, and you don't even need to give us that turtle back. You will keep that turtle. So that means that honestly, They have now literally backed themselves into a corner. I said last night with Pika, I don't think it was a good idea to even maybe think about giving people 8, 16, whatever it was, Starlight, but they now need to. They literally now need to, because they have now established that that is what it's worth. They've now gone ahead and said, yep, okay, you got what you paid for, we did nothing wrong, like, we actually do not have to do this, but here is a Starlight on top of that turtle you purchased. Wait, we did do something wrong on this side, we're screwing you, you're not getting a turtle. What we're going to do, sorry, you got a turtle, you're not getting Starlight. What we're going to do for you instead is we're going to give you 5 special summon tickets. Now, just to put that into context, you can buy 55, in the top picks pack, you can buy 55 special summoning tickets for the price of 1 Starlight, okay? 1 Starlight. And they've essentially decided that instead of giving you that Starlight that you should be getting, they are going to give you 5 tickets, okay? So, just to put that into context, they are literally valuing 15 Starlight as the cost of buying 1 pack of tickets, which means they are literally overvaluing the tickets by about 150%, which is just insane, right? It's just, no, in fact, I don't even know if that's right, it's probably more than that, it's like 1,500% or something crazy. It's just insane, like, it's absolutely insane, and it's a massive slap in the face to the player base. Like, they didn't have to do this. They have literally now created this scenario for themselves. If they had just given those tickets, so to be clear, if they had just given this ticket, this set of tickets, it would have been poor, right? It would have been poor. But no one would have had a leg to stand on. We could have complained, we could have argued, maybe convinced them to additionally throw in a Starlight or 2, okay? That's absolutely possible, that could have happened. But if they treated everyone the same, there's absolutely nothing, there's no comeback, okay? But the fact that they have gone ahead and decided, you know what, I think it's going to be a good idea, what we'll do is we'll just reward another set of players completely differently. And the fact that players like this now exist who have been given 8 Starlight based on getting what they bought. Again, I cannot break that down anymore to you guys. They did not get screwed, they did not get false advertised, they did not get rewards delivered to them that were not what they were supposed to be, okay? There is no reason for this to have happened, okay? The one argument that people could maybe make if they are really trying to defend Topjoy here would be that those players did not then have the opportunity to buy this because they had used 2 slots. And they might have decided, you know what, I would have actually quite liked to have purchased those Starlight. Okay, fine. All they had to do was make these as available as a pack. They could have literally just made this in mall limited to 8 purchases. Because you didn't have to make it right to those players, because those players literally bought something and got something. You don't need to throw in something extra for not getting what you were supposed to get, because you did get what you were supposed to get. It's the players on the left hand side who have actually been screwed, which is every player. That includes those players, okay? So this isn't me doing a 2-tier system where I'm saying that we should get something and they shouldn't. Remember, they will also get this. They will get those rewards on the left hand side. They will get them so that they're not missing out. And ultimately now, Topjoy have created a situation where if they now do fix this, players like the guy I just showed you 2 seconds ago who got 8 Starlight for buying 8 turtles and getting 8 turtles, he's now going to end up with like 16 Starlight on top of that. So they've still created this 2-tier system where you're going to, no matter what now, have a group of players who are going to be vastly rewarded greater than another group of players for no good reason. Like, there is no good reason for it. Now, what do you do about this? I have put a pretty detailed post on the Street Fighter Duel official Discord. It goes over everything, right? My wording, the way I say things on video, is a lot more relaxed. When I do it in sort of a complaint format, all the points are covered, it's worded well. If you need to, you can copy excerpts from it, you can post your own feedback, because it breaks it down for you. Like, if you're not good at writing these things, just go and copy paste it. Like, just take it, copy it, paste it, send it to customer service, post it again in the feedback channel, making slight alterations, whatever, upvote it. The one thing you cannot do is just go, oh well, I got 80 tickets, that's good. Because I said to you guys before in this might be a bit of an I told you so moment. I don't mean it to be that way, but I need to say this. I said to you guys before that we roll over as a community far too easily and accept them just doing the absolute minimum. And it's happened time and time again where they'll turn around and they'll go, here, have this. And I'll tell you guys, that's not good enough. And people think I'm just moaning, I'm just complaining. But what I said to you before was, if you keep allowing them to kind of chip away at what they can do, they're just going to aim for the bottom every time. And that's what they've been used to getting away with. So why would they at all try to make things right? If they know that up to now they've got away with doing 10% of what's right and people have gone, oh, that's great. Why would they try and make things proper and make things right? So this is why I said all the time, don't let these little things go. You have to say, no, that's not happening. Make this right, compensate players, stop false selling. I mean, they literally took money from people for 6 months for something that didn't work, and no one cared. No one cared. If they can get away with that, why would they not think they can do stuff like this? So this is it. This is your moment of doing something, or this game is going to die. It's simple as that. It will. Because people who spend money are not going to spend money now. They're not. Because people who maybe spent, I don't know, $2,000 on the first part of this, because of that $2,000, they physically could not have bought these things. It would have been stupid for them to buy these things, right? If they bought them in the first part, okay, they got what they paid for, just like the people who bought them in this part. But the people who bought them in this part, it was deemed that you should get a starlight on top of every single one. Do you now honestly think those people who did spend money are going to have the confidence to do that again going forward? Not a chance. Not a chance. The chatter all over Discord at the moment is, I'm quitting, I don't want to play anymore, I think that we should levy a spend boycott. Now, I've been asked to do that. I've been asked to say to you guys, don't spend money. It's not my place to do that, right? If you listen to what I've said and you still decide you want to spend money, that's on you, right? I can't tell you not to spend money. Honestly, I would not reward a company that does this type of thing. I wouldn't. But you've got to make that decision yourself. It's not my job to tell you not to spend. If you want to spend, spend. But do so knowing if something goes wrong, they don't care. They're not going to fix it to a level that's acceptable, a level that you would accept in any other walk of life. If you walked into a shop and you were treated like this, you wouldn't go back to that shop. You wouldn't. So why we do it in gaming, I don't know. I honestly don't know. So I'm not going to tell you not to spend, but I think most of you watching this will probably come to that conclusion by yourself. And we don't want the game to die, so it's really over the top, Joy, now. They might try and do nothing. And if people do not keep on about this, they will do nothing. And no matter what solution they offer now, they need to make it one for one. Like, anything other than one starlight per turtle now says that they value some players greater than other players. And if you think that's acceptable, fair enough. I can tell you right now it's not acceptable. Your player base should all be treated the same. They should all have the same outcomes, the same chances, the same everything. Okay? Yeah, fair enough. People who spend might have an advantage, but they get an advantage through spending. They don't need to have an additional advantage layered on top by getting better compensation than other players. It makes no sense to do that. And really, you're just completely devaluing the largest portion of your player base. And again, guys, you're the only ones that can do something about it. So if you choose to not spend, that's up to you. The best thing you could do is make noise about this. Get angry. When I say get angry, I don't mean go and start calling them wankers and fannies and all the rest of it, right? You need to actually construct your criticism in a way that it won't be just flung out. Because I know this firsthand. If they take notes through, because I've seen it with Bolt Trend, they get feedback through and it said things like, oh, you are fucking assholes. It gets flung out, they don't even read it. Immediately it's just disregarded. You need to actually keep your feedback well worded, constructed, well, even if you're not the best at forming sentences like I am when I speak, as long as you do not insult them, as long as you don't make personal attacks, as long as you don't go down that road, then yeah, it's completely valid criticism. It can't be removed from Discords, it can't be taken off places like Reddit, it cannot be, real rule breaches cannot be used against you, basically, okay? So, make your points, do it in a good fashion. Again, if you're not good at doing that, you can just literally just wholesale lift information off what I've written in that feedback post, reword it to your own kind of vernacular, and then take it from there, right? But if you do nothing about this, don't expect to get anything from it. It's as simple as that. This is, I said yesterday, my video, this is the worst screw up they've done. they've trumped it. They've actually gone ahead and taken the worst screw up that they've done, and they've made it worse. I think you've actually got to try to do that. Like, honestly, I actually think you have to set out with the aim to do that. But they've done it. And I think they've done it without even trying. That is next level stuff. Honestly, actually next level stuff. So, take a bow. Honestly, take a bow for that one, Topjoy, because I think you have achieved the unachievable. The only thing you can now do is screw this up even further by not fixing this properly. I've told you how to fix it properly. Anything other than that, you're just... honestly, you may as well just shut the game. I'm being honest, you may as well just shut the game, because that's going to be the outcome. So, there you go, there you have it. Don't lie down, don't take it, don't let them just treat you like absolute dog shit. Go, give the feedback. Do not just suddenly get distracted by a new unit in 2 days. I've used this meme to death now, but honestly, it is literally like Doug in the film Up. All they need to do is, there's a new unit and it's like Squirrel, people just forget. They just forget that anything's happening. And that's what's happened every single time. Every single time. Don't let it happen again. If it happens again, I'm not making another one of these videos. I'm not doing this whole push for the community to try and stand up for their rights, because every single time I'm labelled the moaner, I'm labelled the complainer, but I'm right. And again, if you don't stand up for yourself, the companies are just going to walk all over you. So take this as your time to do something about it. And if you don't, then don't come complaining about rewards. Don't come complaining about compensation in future, because it's going to be your own fault. And that's all I can say. Anyway, I've been Hayzink, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.